Mykelti outs Robyn, kind of unknowingly, I guess, about the COVID rules and who really made them, you all. But let's get into it, you guys. It's Mary. Leave what you guys to like.
Subscribe.
And comment down below, you all, because...
Did you say golden rules?
No, COVID rules.
COVID rules.
Yeah.
Oh, we get golden rule.
Yeah, no. But basically, so they were asking, I think somebody in the comment section had asked her about the COVID rules or whatever the case may be. Or I think she was watching the tell-all. I think they brought up something about the COVID rules. And basically, she was asked...
COVID rules?
And she said, well, really, it was partially in part, the producers had their own rules, the heads of TLC had their own rules, Cody had his own rules, and Robyn had her own rules. So everybody was really to blame.
How about the family rules?
I was just like, so I guess the OG3 did not have any rules. But Robyn was the only...
They were following the CDC. They were following the CDC guidelines.
Right. And so she also said the CDC also had their own rules as well. But the fact that she only mentioned Robyn as the only wife who had rules, I felt like she just kind of outed Robyn without even knowing.
Robyn ain't talking to you.
This is exactly why Robyn is not talking to her, okay?
As time went on, you were going to...
Backstab her.
You were going to be a mother's child. And because she is the quintessential backstabber, she figured that you will do the same.
Yeah. Very embarrassing. I don't think she realized that she had outed Robyn at all, and she just kind of talking like normal. But like she really did, because the thing is, everyone has been saying that
hasn't watched the part. You know, Mykelti is just now watching this, right?
Right.
I don't think she has gone back to watch some of the stuff.
Not at all.
And so she doesn't know. She's not on code that Robyn has stated that this were not her rules. You know, these were like Cody's rules for all the family, and she was just following them. See, she doesn't know that.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, but I feel like this is why Robyn's not talking to Mykelti. I feel like because Mykelti also mentioned that Robyn has not been talking to her much at all. And she thinks maybe it's because she is grieving. I think it's because she sees that you're out here talking. She does not know she can trust you. I'm sure she is secretly subscribed to her Patreon underneath an alias. I'm so sure. I'm sure she's paying those $5.
Do that?
I mean, I can make a fake Patreon account and put a fake name and go subscribe. I mean, but we are registered underneath
I'm not
our
on social media at all. So
what's that social media? It's Patreon.
Oh, okay.
Because I mean, you have a creator's account.
So let me be quiet.
I
don't know it. Not when it comes to these things. Oh, yeah. Okay. So she can go under
anybody.
Maybe like one of her children. Like somebody. Okay, I see.
It's like.
Well, how can they do that? Don't you have to put your name and stuff in order to register?
I mean, I have 4 Gmail accounts. I really have 5, and they're not like stalker accounts or anything. But I have different businesses, and then of course we have the YouTube channels or whatever. So it's like different names for everyone. You know what I'm saying?
So you only need your email. And your email
you just need your
email. Have your
and then you make a Patreon account, and then you can put whatever name you want to. It doesn't have to be your birth name or whatever.
Got you.
So I think Robyn definitely is underneath an alias. She's probably maybe Bobbin298 or some random stuff. You know?
Have you guys heard this that's going on? Who was it? Nikki Haley, the lady who is running for president. I hope you guys are listening to the news. But she wants anyone who is on social media to actually be like we should know who it is. So like anytime you go and you type something on Twitter or all of our social media, people will know your name, your full name of who you are. She's going to make that into law. What do you all think about that? And it wasn't just her. But I remember because she said that. But it was somebody else who's for that also. And I was like, huh? So, yes. And then I think, you know what? I think about all of those like domestic violence victims. What happens to people who are actual victims and they're calling for information or they're on social media trying to get some information for help for themselves? And you're going to out them and maybe someone will see them. You know what I'm saying? Like, how is this whole thing going to work?
I feel
but she is so for it, and there are a bunch of congressmen who are also for that. You guys better be keeping up with your news over there.
I think it is stupid as hell.
You think so?
I think it's really stupid because the thing is, you're basically making a rule based off of one type of group of people. I can see why you would do it because, like, for trolls and for people who are being bullies, I think it's great for those people. But I feel like for people who have like an account that does not have their name for other reasons that are legitimate, I think it's kind of effed
and
up.
only for someone just to be able to just say their feelings and stuff. What's wrong with that?
To me,
but it's
it
like
kinda
they want to
reminds me
control every little thing, just like how they kind of controlled before, like what information you get, what information you don't get, that kind of stuff. So it's very interesting.
To me, it reminds me of the abortion law, where they're basically they're making a rule and they're generalizing every single woman and they're making a rule for all women where every woman
of what's going on, like
right,
this
like every
can,
single woman has
true.
a different perspective. What if somebody was impregnated by their father?
Yes.
You want them to still keep the baby? Oh, you can't have an abortion? Like, I think it's stupid. You can't go and make a law and rules based off of your one perspective. Like, everybody has a different story. Everybody has different reasons. So I feel like it's I think
how about
it's dumb.
if you were sick or something
and
you couldn't carry the baby? That was like, it was like, so you guys just, I just, throw it out there because you're talking about these aliases. Very soon, that's not going to be, and I actually found this out on another content creator's page. What was his name? I can't remember his name. I think Pacman, Pacman.
Issue.
But he was saying that he actually was for the law because he said that, what did he say? He said because he had been bullied, like sometimes he gets death threats or whatever, and because of that, he was for that law. And I'm like, whoa, that's a big thing, a huge thing to down how, I mean, I'm not on social media, I actually did not care. But I was just thinking, like, I just think another, like,
my issue
crawling into our freedoms and stuff. That's what I think.
My issue is with people in power is that they're focused on stupid, like, excuse my French, but they're focused on stupid shit. Like, can we focus on getting gas prices lower? Like, can we focus on getting rid of debts? Can we focus on bringing down mortgage payments? Can we focus on like getting rid of like interest, like food prices down? Like, just normal stuff that people need.
McDonald's cost us almost $30. I was like, what's going on?
They're focused on so many different things that make no sense. Why can't they focus on basic human necessities and things that are important?
I don't know.
Let's talk about social media. Can we talk about student loans? Can we talk about food prices? Can we talk about the prices of housing, of rent? Like $1,000 a month for some little shabby apartments. We pay $230 a month in rent for a 3-bedroom, 4-bathroom house in Tanzania. Like, there's no reason why in America it should be so expensive. Like, can we focus on important stuff?
It's not $1,000. That's going to be in another state. In the state of Maryland, you will be lucky if you will find a place to live less than $1,500. A decent place to live.
Like, that's why people are so angry in America. Cause, like,
I mean, it's frustrating. And then when you work, all the money's gone. Like, it's totally. I was talking to a friend of mine who's a teacher, and she was just
paycheck to paycheck.
She was just like, it's not only that, she has to take out loans, and so she's on thing for these loans. It's like when she gets her paycheck, by the time all the money's gone for what she needs, she doesn't even have $100 left. And that was just so sad to me. It's just like, you can hear, she's like, I am just drowning here. I'm just drowning. I don't know if you guys are feeling that. I am just, because there's a time that I felt that drowning. There was a time in my life over in America where I just felt that drowning. It was just like, you get money, it's gone. You get your paycheck, it's gone. And you're just like, what am I doing? And you're working so hard. You're working more than one job, but it's like, still, that's not enough. But yeah, and then on top of that, now you want to just take away just me going on social media, and I just want to type my own viewpoint, probably as a thing to relax or whatever. Now, my name got to be on it. People got to help. Look up my name, find out where I live. Like, aren't they now going to try to harm you for real? I don't understand. Like,
They're not focused
my
on. They're so
goodness.
focused. Like, if there's any presidential candidate that's not talking about the importance of like the common people, I'm not voting for those people, like at all,
Like,
because
that's
you
what we
are
have to start,
obviously ignorant.
Like we have to start looking and hearing what they're really talking about. But then it goes back to anyway.
Anyway, we're not even. We're
Okay,
supposed to be
what
talking
we're
about
talking
sister
about-
wives. We're
you
supposed to be
guys
talking
just
about.
took me off of stuff with social media, and I'm not even on social media.
Anyway,
Anywho.
but Mykelti outing Robyn. Robyn is probably not talking to Mykelti because of these reasons. I feel like
she is hidden in her Patreon.
Well, also
and
she's
she can
speaking
hear
against
everything.
the family. I feel like maybe she started to distance herself when Mykelti started speaking out. Because one, she does not want a family member who's close to her to be spreading secrets or talking about the situation.
Because then
I mean,
she wouldn't feel comfortable when you come to her house.
Because she's like,
"Wait
you're
a minute."
here letting people pay you to tell us all the bota bata about what you got going on, all this stuff, and then also spilling secrets about us.
Yeah.
And then you're talking bad about your dad. You're talking bad about me, I'm sure. And so she can't trust her.
Right.
I'm sure she's there watching her every move. So she is distancing herself. I don't know what Robyn would still be grieving about a year later. Really. Like, if you're still grieving,
I
you
am
have
actually. Well,
issues.
like
actually.
she she is actually grieving. Because that woman had real tears.
A year later, you're still grieving?
Has it been a year?
It has been almost a year. I do
it
believe
has
since this
been a year
whole
because
incident, since
Christine went
Christine
ahead
has
and-
left.
Wow. Ooh, whew, this is like whiplash for Cody, isn't it? Like, wow, in less than a year, he got 3 women that left him. Lord
Well,
mercy.
he forced Mary to leave him. She wasn't going to go
Oh, she
nowhere.
still left. She still left. And after crying Robyn, at least she had that.
Well, we also have to talk about how she sees Robyn, not as
No.
a sister wife, like Christine sees Janelle, but as her ex-husband's wife.
Did she say that?
Yes, because she said that I now have to figure out in my mind how to get along with my ex-husband's wife. We gonna talk about that one in the next video, y'all. But comment down below, what do you guys think about Mykelti outing Robyn? Do you think Robyn's not talking to Mykelti because she's on Patreon, or do you think Robyn is just done?
Mykelti has been on Patreon, I think, for a year now.
Has it been a year? I don't think it's been a
Well,
year.
it's
She
been
hasn't
for
really-
a while. She's been on Patreon.
She just started this season, so I don't think it was a year. Well, I think she started season 16.
Yeah, I think Mykelti has been on Patreon for a minute now. I
Gwen's been on
feel
longer than her, I
like
think. Gwen's been on it for a year for sure, I believe.
I think that Robyn just, as you know, this relationship was going to die anyway. It just was, because
Not die, honey.
it was because you have these people who their love is based on conditions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like them even like having a relationship with you is based on all these conditions. And you gotta walk on eggshells to kind of, it's like between a rock and a hard place. Like, and it was not going to be sustainable. Her continuing to go to that home with her children and continuing to watch the show. Because then you see all the things that Cody says.
Yeah.
And she's going to talk about that. And she has to be, and it's going to hurt her.
Yeah, for sure.
You know? And Robyn is not going to like that. Because Robyn doesn't want you to cry about the fact that you are hurt by your father. She wants you to sit there and lie about it.
Yeah.
And try to spin it in a way to put your dad and her in a positive light. And because you can't do that, just because
You're a human
Cody
being.
sometimes is just so awful that you can't even spin it to help him
No.
out of the situation. You just cannot do it.
Like, how do
and
you-
she gets upset about that. So you see, this relationship was never going to work.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, Robyn actually does not like your mom. She was intimidated by your mom from the very beginning.
Had
You think
serious
she's
jealousy.
gonna really like the child?
No.
I don't care how much you help her. If
It's
a
on
woman
condition.
hates your own mother,
Who gave birth to you? If she does
she's
not respect the
always
place you come
looking
from,
to
how-
see Christine in you.
Yeah, facts. That's true.
It just it's not going to work. But you're not old enough yet to understand that. You know, you're still in your 20s, which this is what I love about people in their 20s, because they give chances to other people. There's a naivete about them because they just haven't lived enough years to understand these basic things about human beings.
Well,
And that's okay.
yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that, and I love that. And if you can hold that as long as you can, like you told that other Patreon, you know,
I'm
I'm
gonna choose
choosing to be naive. Continue to be naive, because that's part of the innocence, that's part of your youth, that's part of your goodness, and it's something to hold on to.
But I just feel like at
So,
some point, that naivete
Mm-hmm.
is going to stab her in the chest, and then in the back, and then in the two kidneys.
Well, that is
and then that is when she is going to feel like an idiot for giving Cody a chance.
Well,
I
that is
feel
where
like
we
that
come
naivete
in.
will
Well,
hurt
that
her in
is
the
when
end.
we will come in as Patreons to help you through. And as people who are older than our 20s, that's when we will be there to, you know, give you those little words, those little pearls, those little nuggets to get you through. That this too shall pass, and all is well. But hold on to that. I tell my kids to hold on to it, okay, for as long as they can. You know, I held on to mine for a very long time. I will say maybe to my 40s that I finally began to see, and those rose-colored glasses started to get up. But yeah, I held on to mine for a very long time, and I think you should. It keeps your optimism good.
Yeah.
It keeps you at a happy medium.
But
you
my
know?
thing is, I don't think she is. Wait, let's travel with this one. I do feel like she is doing this naively, but also I feel like she's not as naive because she sees him for who he is. But she's choosing to be blind
She
to
wants
it.
that love of her
She
father.
wants the love of her father. But the thing is,
That's
it's on
conditional.
condition. And eventually he's going to see you not as an asset, or he's not going to see, because the thing is, if he was not good to you at all when you were younger, and he was not like the villain in the whole country, if he was not good to you then, why will he continue to be good to you now that he is the villain? The only reason why he's being good to her, I feel right now, is because she's the only one who is still being nice to him and is still seeing him in a good light.
I still have my Mykelti.
And he can at least tell the world, I'm not that bad.
Yeah.
Robyn's kids are on my side. Even Mykelti, Christine's child, is on my
So
side.
is Isabel
So it's
and Truly, right? It's three of them.
well,
Because
they're
Isabel,
not.
Truly-
Isabel's not caping for him like that.
No.
So at least he can say that. I think the relationship to him right now is beneficial.
Yeah.
So when she said that he's good to me, like the way she said he's good to me was kind of interesting. Like he's good to me. He's the best he's ever been to me. It was kind of like a husband though.
She was trying to convince herself, and that's okay, Mykelti. There's nothing wrong with that. Trying to convince yourself, trying to make it okay.
But the thing is,
Trying
when
to
he
self-soothe.
eventually stabs her in the back, which will happen because we have seen it with
hope,
other kids.
We really hope he does it.
She will be very heartbroken and saddened, and that's where her mom will carry her and be like, I'm
Christine
still
will be
here for
right
you. She'll
there.
still be there to hold her up.
Yeah.
But what Christine
And your
gives her is
children.
unconditional love. What Cody is giving is
Yeah.
conditional love.
Yeah.
And I feel like her being naive will probably hurt her in the long end.
Yeah.
Well, or maybe it won't. Maybe Cody will turn around and have some common sense. I don't know. But I damn sure don't have hope. But it is Mary.
And,
We might try to like.
I mean, just let's say this. Just look at how Cody dealt with Janelle when Janelle dared to have a relationship with
He basically said that this woman was a lady in the streets, but was a lady in the streets, but a freak in the bed, and then was also saying that she is pimping him
all
and
that
now
like that. But he
I
said
mean, he
enough
insinuated it.
for Suki to want to know about
Is the
great
sex that great? I mean, like what?
Everybody want to know. I don't want to know because I already knew.
We thought it was Robyn who was putting it on him. We never suspected Janelle.
I did.
I didn't.
I said it.
I thought it was Janelle. I
But
thought it
we
was
were
Rob with
thinking,
her lingerie.
Not Janelle. Janelle doesn't like to be touched. Janelle, she probably has it once or twice a year. I don't know. Don't take those plump women for, like I though they don't know nothing now.
That was a juicy laughter, wasn't it?
Anywho.
But it's Mary.
And
Um.
bye.